Kristen Maloney isn't usually the first name you think of when you think of tough, but it should be, because no gymnast in US history has embodied toughness quite like her. She didn't just fight through pain, she competed on a leg that was literally breaking beneath her. Like all members of the Sydney Six, her story is extraordinary. But there was one moment of Kristen's career that not only showcases her resilience, but just how tough she truly is. She was a gymnast who refused to quit. Kristen Maloney not only competed for her country with grace, but she did so with a strength many of us will never know. A gymnast who wasn't just tough. UNBREAKABLE presents Kristen Maloney, Tough as Nails. She was born on March 10, 1981, in Hackettstown, New Jersey. But her talent was built in Penn Argyle, Pennsylvania, where she trained at the unforgiving Parkettes Gymnastics Center. She was all intensity, sharp, clean, and laser-focused. By 1993, she was already winning major international meets, sweeping the Heathrow Gold Cup like a seasoned pro. In 1996, she finished 14th at the Olympic trials, so close, yet heartbreakingly out. Most would have crumbled. Kristen doubled down. By 1998, Kristen wasn't just a contender anymore, she was the one to beat. She won the national all-around title. While many thought to group Kristen with power athletes, best on vault and floor, she immediately won gold on beam at the Goodwill Games that same year. A difficult combination gave 6/10 in bonus. It was without question, she was a world-class tumbler, but a balance beam threat? She quickly became seen as an all-around force. But here's what no one saw under the tumbling queen. Her body was falling apart.
How much pain is she in?
Well, she's actually in quite a bit of pain. Every landing that she's been taking all day long, both in the training this morning and in warm-up, she picks that leg up instantly as soon as she hits the floor. However, bars, the leg is not an issue.
In '98, Kristen developed a stress fracture in her right tibia. By '99, that fracture had turned into something far worse. The bone was deteriorating, cracking, shattering. She had to pull out of individual finals at Worlds. Heartbreaking. The damage was so bad, doctors inserted a titanium rod in her shin just to hold her leg together. Oh, and while all that was happening, her shoulder started giving out too. But it wasn't just her body breaking. Like so many gymnasts of that era, Kristen was also fighting something darker. An eating disorder born from the pressure to stay thin, to stay perfect, to stay picked. The battle was internal, quiet, and constant.
We are so concerned about Kristen Maloney's surgically repaired shoulder that if his opinion during the routine, she looks like she's setting up for a fall toward that shoulder, he will step in and risk the 5/10 deduction.
Gotta be in there for the safety of the athlete. No.
Performed on a shoulder that threatened to give out with every swing. Her mental toughness was what got her through it all. By Olympic trials, she had decided to tough it out for her country, for her chance at becoming an Olympian. She just kept showing up, because walking away? That wasn't an option. Once Kristen arrived in Sydney, her goal was to make event finals on her strong events. Vault was one of them. But in order to qualify for that final, she would have to prove she was good enough. And when that moment came, Kristen Maloney was tough as nails.
9-4-5. Elise Ray's doing my job. I'm supposed to say Kristen Maloney is next. Our first look at the two-time national champion.
Ball we just saw from Elise Ray, the double twisting Yurchenko.
And she can do this easily.
Whoa,
The pain was excruciating. Kristen missed her hand on the table, causing her to not get the height she needed to complete the two twists. She came crashing down on her bad leg with a titanium rod in it. She wanted to scream. She wanted to cry. And she did cry. But what was worse than missing the most important vault of her life, and in a sense caused more damage to her already shattered leg, having to do it again. For me, it was in this moment Kristen won the Olympics. She wouldn't qualify for finals now, but she could have just quit. She could have said, "I'm injured. I can't." But that's not what Kristen did. She got back up, and in intense pain, she decided to vault again. Not for herself, but for her country, her team. Trying with everything in her to brush it off, she took a long look down the runway, and she went for it.